Hey, real estate fans, it's Alice Lema again with another podcast. And this week we're going to be talking about how more listings are coming on the market and it's starting to balance. We haven't seen a balanced market in more than 5 years, but we're starting to see it now. And the prices are starting to stabilize. So if you're a buyer out there looking for a new property, or an investor, the prices are starting to stabilize and that we have more inventory on the market. If you're a seller, maybe not so much, but listen, it's been months and months and months in all three counties. We've had more and more inventory adding. So we're not surprised, but we just got a chart from KCM, Keeping Current Matters, which shows this trend. So it's getting noticed by the national housing trackers. And here you can see how all this extra inventory is starting to bring more evenness and more balance to our national market. Now, if you look at 2021, you'll see that spike right there. The green is the seller's market, the blue is the buyer's market, the gray is the balanced market. But you can see that 2021, that was our COVID. We've gone down from there inventory-wise, but we're on our way back up very, very strongly. And you can see we're creeping towards balanced territory. Balanced is considered days on market 5 to 7 months. So we've talked about that before. And that's kind of where we're headed. And we might even hit it this year if the trends continue. So we've had months and months of more inventory coming on the market in all three of our counties. So that includes Jackson County, Josephine, and Klamath. And if you want more detail about those trends and also prices year over year, go see my market statistics videos podcast on YouTube, because we go into quite a bit of detail. We also are tracking the foreclosures. So that's kind of interesting. But getting back to this idea of a balanced market and what does that do for buyers and sellers? Well, buyers, it appears, are already reacting in part because they've got more to choose from. And some of those buyers are sellers. So we can expect this to be an upward trend for the inventory department. Because there's a bunch of sellers out there that won't put their house on the market until they know they can have a reasonable replacement. So we have that whole phenomena in the wings. But also the newer listings are priced a little bit lower. And so we saw in one neighborhood this week where we had a reasonably priced new listing go on the market, and then a neighbor just a week later put their house on the market, better condition, lower price. So you're going to see some of that. The prices are still up from where they were a couple of years ago. So don't worry about that. We're not having a crash, but we're having enough of a correction that it's stabilizing the market. And we actually need that. We need to have a more even keel with everything, because it's just been all over the place for too many years. So the newer listings are starting to undercut the existing listings. So if you're a buyer, then you can just keep that in the back of your mind that there might be some price adjustments, even in the newer listings. If you're a seller, be super careful about where you put your price in the beginning. But if you try a little higher just to see what happens, because a lot of Southern Oregon sellers do that, especially in the beginning of the spring. Be ready for somebody nearby with, similar house to undercut you. So there's that going on. And don't be mad. Don't take it personally. It's just business. Everybody wants to get their house sold. Everybody wants the most money. Everybody wants the quickest sale. But keep that in mind. There's all these other elements in the market kind of working. And we're seeing it more and more this year. So a more normal market is definitely very welcome. We haven't had it for years. But if you're a seller, you need to keep in mind that you may have some adjusting to do, especially if you start a little high, and you know that when you start a little high, that is a possibility, but we're seeing it happen more often. And if you're a buyer, congratulations for making it through the gauntlet. The interest rates have gone down a little. Let's show the Freddie Mac chart for this week. They're only down to 6.65% for a 30-year fixed, but it was enough to kind of get some people off the couch and back out in the market. So we've seen an uptick in number of buyers out looking, which is great. Yay. And hopefully that'll continue and bring our market into that 5 to 7 month inventory. So it's enough time for the buyers to think and see a house more than once and see, as many homes as they want in their category. But it's not long enough that it creates a down market. So there's that definite sweet spot of 5 to 7 months, and that's what we're hoping to see. So in the meantime, give me a call, give me a text. We want to talk about you going out and selling your house, you going out and buying. My number is 541-301-7980. That's 541-301-7980. I'm a great listing agent. I'm a great buyer's agent. Great with investors. If you're an investor, this is a good time to go out and increase your portfolio. Call me. We can talk about that. Yeah. So happy hunting and happy selling. Welcome to the spring season in Southern Oregon. Talk to you later, folks. Bye now.